More consumers than ever are choosing to buy sustainable products. Much more investors than the average are looking at a company's reporting on its carbon footprint and commitments to other sustainability issues when they're deciding whether to invest. And 72% of employees working for organizations with leading sustainability programs say they are committed versus only 40% of organizations with lagging programs. So we know even in this moment, when it feels like there's a lot of bears in the woods, purpose still matters. Largely, the majority of US consumers see the products and services they buy from brands as a way to drive change in the world. Millennials and Gen Z have grown up in a world where purpose and brands have really been inseparable from the moment they found their purchasing power. And they aren't suddenly going to walk away from that. By grounding your values in a shared language and common ground, brands can communicate in ways that unify and galvanize rather than divide. Companies are feeling that it's safer to be silent, but actually that's not the case because they leave value on the table when they do so. Because there is a proven correlation between action on impact and corporate reputation. The business case is clear. You have to be doing sustainability, and you should talk about it in order to realize its true value. But how do you talk about it? So we call these issues hairy bears, or grizzly bears even. And they are consistent between our 2023 study and our 2025 study. So the same 5 issues came out with the biggest gap between those two political affiliations. There are some teddy bear issues, which are less grisly than others. These issues in and of themselves bridge partisan divides. Polarization between left-leaning and right-leaning individuals has increased across major issues, most notably on DEI. The language that we use is so important for the way our audience receives information. It's not about dumbing down an issue or kind of removing its fangs. It's actually about helping people to understand what we're talking about in the first place by making those issues more relevant to those people's individual concerns and values. Freedom, family, love, belonging, those are the unifying issues that when we bring everything into that context, can help us to find a middle ground. Imagine 15 issues, but they've been framed in 2 different ways. And then we just asked people overall which of these is most important. And what we found is that hugging the bear frames bring more of our audience to our side. And actually 12 out of the top 15 feature hugging the bear language, which is a significant increase from the percentage of statements in the top half in our 2023 report. So that suggests unifying language is even more powerful now than it was 2 years ago. And the inverse is also true. Poking the bear, progressive activist frames push issues down in terms of how important people rank them. We haven't found a single group for whom that poking the bear framing performs more important, more strongly. That suggests to us that we really can find more common ground in the world we live in and the spaces we work in than maybe people think there is. So avoid words like green, fighting, justice, and some of the words that have become more politicized in recent years, reproductive rights, DEI, ESG. Just because we're not using those words doesn't mean we're not doing those things. But what we are doing is we are anchoring our language and the way we talk about our efforts in those unifying values.